Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brennan again, starting the video off today in my bedroom, and it's always a good place to start, but some might say it's even a better place to finish, if you know what I'm saying. Those are getting really bad. I apologize. I gotta stop. You guys got me on a roll now. It's the new That's What She Said on this channel, apparently. But don't worry, those will still come a lot as well. I can't help myself. But anyways, today I wanted to start off just briefly talking about macros and what are your macros, and not what are my specific macros, but more just the question in general, because this is something I've been seeing a lot of people ask, and it's pretty funny because I've seen a couple of people make the analogy of this question has now replaced how much you bench. So this was a question that a lot of people used to ask all the time back in the bro days. Some people still like to ask it, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter what you bench because it's a very individualized thing. It's really just kind of a test of egos, and I kind of think it's very similar with the macros question. Now, I wouldn't say it's a test of ego, so to say, but more that it's very individualized and you shouldn't really worry what other people's macros are. And I get asked this quite a bit. Hey, what are your macros, bro? What are you eating currently? Only because macros should be determined off you and yourself alone, as there's many different factors that go into it. You can also throw calories into play a little bit depending on cuts or bulks, and that's going to play a role in how many macros you're consuming of each, most notably probably carbs and also fat as well. But you can't really go based off of what someone else is eating. So just really want to stress this fact, because you could have a 200-pound person and another 200-pound person that are the same weight, maybe the same age even, but the problem is that their body composition could be very different, their ages could be different, their activity level could be different, thus their macros and their goals are probably a little bit different as well. So you don't really want to base yourself or anything that you eat off of other people. Instead, figure out your own body, and trust me, it's a very fun time exploring and understanding some of those things. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I also did want to mention the fact that in case you hadn't noticed, this week I'm going to be whoring myself out only because we're doing a pre-order on the Campbell Fitness t-shirts, the black murdered out edition, which you'll see on the screen right now. Again, this is a limited time pre-order only. Once the pre-order is over, that's it. So if you don't order one, you're not getting one, because it will be out of stock on the Forge Iron website training, as the gray ones are currently and have been since we stopped the pre-order. So again, just to remind you guys how this works, if you want one, go to the site, order one. We'll do this until July 7th. At that time, we will cut off all orders, so you won't be able to order any more. It'll probably take about 2 weeks to actually print and get to our distributor, and then we'll send them out starting July 21st worldwide. If you live in another country, it usually takes a little bit longer, usually a week or so tops to get there, but if you're in the States, you should probably get in within a couple of days. So a week only. If you want to jump on it, go ahead, do it. If you don't, I don't blame you either, because literally, do you want to really wear something that is repped by me? Probably not. Look at this. I don't even look like I lift. So you're supporting a good cause in my calf fund, but otherwise, let's get to the rest of the video. Alright, so we're outside the gym getting ready to go hit legs. It's actually Tuesday today. A little bit interesting of a pre-workout song today. I'd be interested to see if anyone actually gets that who is of normal age. But anyways, that being said, Tuesday, leg day, same thing we did last week. Been having a little bit of issues with recovery, as you guys know. We're getting towards the end of BBSM, and quite honestly, I'm just trying to make it through this 10-week training cycle so I can get to a deload. I've been trying to play around a little bit with the way things are structured, skipping days where need be, skipping assistance work where need be. I've also been fairly busy at work with end of quarter stuff coming up and trying to get stuff done, so I wasn't able to train yesterday. So we're gonna come in and try to hit legs this morning, and we might come back and do some chest later today, as well as I'll be traveling pretty much the next 3 weeks, so it should be interesting. Let's get right to it, and let's get back to making all kinds of gains. When the fast bullets fly. Alright, so here's seeing my first working set after all of my warm-ups and mobility work. This is probably about a half an hour after the last clip. I try to take a good amount of time to really get myself ready. The goal today was to actually get as many reps as possible, so similar to last week, just less weight. And overall, this went okay. Now ideally, I would have liked to get 5 reps here. First rep felt pretty good. The second rep I actually misgrooved, and it's probably tough to tell from this angle, but my left and right leg were actually a little bit off kilter. Trying to get a little bit better stability right here in between this last third set, and I got it. And while doing this felt really tough, but looking at the video, it actually felt pretty smooth. So from there, we moved on to pause squats, and one of the things that has really been helping me, although you probably wouldn't get that because I've been complaining a lot, is in my assistance work. So typically I do my main competition style squat the first couple of working sets, which is low bar, and then I switch to high bar pause squat, so I have a higher bar placement. You can actually see the mark on my shoulder where the bar usually is, and with these pause squats too, I also bring my stance in just a little bit. You're seeing my first set here at 355 just for 3 reps. Then following this, I did a 3x3, so 3 sets of 3 at 395. So a lot heavier, but still the pauses felt pretty good, and these were pretty tough. For this particular set that you're seeing here, as I didn't film the next 2, I really tried to ensure that I stayed in the hole a little bit. You know, so she can feel it better. I mean, so you can feel it better. Yeah, that's the ticket. Anyways, this is all I did for my workout today. You'll see why in just a second. I also stopped and got a sandwich, which you'll also see. Alright, so back in my house, you guys saw the workout. Obviously stopped at Games at Wraps, which is quickly becoming my go-to place for post-training. It's easy, and as you guys saw, the sandwich, it looks pretty good. This is just an Italian sandwich. It's still rated GAF, and actually it was interesting today during that workout because pretty much halfway through, I kind of convinced myself that I might go ahead and take my deload early. So I'm about 2 weeks left of BBSM, and it's been pretty tough, and you've probably been noticing a trend in a lot of these videos saying I'm really having issues with recovery, so I kind of talked myself into taking a deload early. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to kind of sleep on it tonight and see if I really want to go that route, but it might coincide well with me traveling so much. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to get to this sandwich and we'll get you guys in the next clip. Wanted to do a quick review of the Iron Bull Strength fractional plates that you see here. Special price, $50, marked down from $100. Now what you get in the box are 8 of these plates, each one weighing a half of a pound, so a total of 4 pounds, and even for $50, you're talking of well over $10 a pound, which is pretty fucking expensive. You see them here, and while they are somewhat functional in the aspect if you'd like to increase the weights in smaller fractions up to a pound at a time, the website promotes these as building strength and muscle faster. I'm not sure I agree with that. However, they are a good way to slightly increase the resistance that you're using. Or if you're typically used to training in kilos, these might make a good addition if your gym only has things in pounds. That way you can get much more efficient. Here they are on a weight. I didn't actually show you them in the gym because I wasn't filming in the gym. I do, however, have this handy dandy shake weight, but unfortunately the hole is not big enough. Story of my life. Overall, I wouldn't recommend these unless you own a gym and just want to get a lot of use out of them. Otherwise, they're fairly expensive.